1 year since the Kendrick and Drake discrepancy. What they like to call it beef in the media world, since we in media
We
now.
in media now.
But you know, thank God nothing happened to anybody physically.
Yeah.
But how you feel about? Personally, I thought it was about 4 or 5 months ago. I can't believe it's already been a year.
This shit is out of control, man. How's a year? But what I can tell you is, boy, that Kendrick Lamar gets some spins in the LA radio. Nah.
Everybody from LA gets spins on LA
You never
radio.
seen, when's the last time you went and put on the radio in LA? I was there last week.
I was there like last week too.
Bro, I never seen nothing like this. Like every single song, they like turn the TV off. The other one, this, that, this,
Get a lot of
the scissor, the Luther, the this, that. What?
It's spinning.
It's a fact. Kendrick Lamar gets played 9 out of every 10 songs in LA right now. Not even Snoop Dogg, not even Tupac Shakur, nobody from LA has dominated the paint. Like this guy, this last year, what they doing in LA, you know, if you from LA, you think there's only one guy on earth, Kendrick Lamar. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. You turn on that radio in LA, if you from LA, you work at Target, okay, Amazon, you delivering some shit, you working at the bakery, Panaderia, whatever, East LA homes. You thinking there's one man breathing in hip hop. It's called Kendrick Lamar. I'm keeping it a buck with you.
No, he had a hell of a year.
Jesus.
He had a hell of a career, but the last year, so he
what do you think about beef in hip hop? Like I done answered this a million times.
It's getting out of hand when it gets. For me, I thought it was always good if you take it all the way back from Wild Style and LL and Kumo D and then all the way up to Us and 50, to whatever you want. It's always good as long as it stays on wax. You know what I mean? Now, when it first started, somebody say something about you, you got to go to the studio. You got to immediately work on getting one back out there. Boom. Now you knock the stick off your shoulders like a fight at the school at 3 o'clock. Now as the technology evolved, it turned into movie skits, animations, retrieving fake information and going to the embassy and getting it got a little wacky for me. Like I like it to be beats and rhymes and keep it like that. Once it got out of my pay grade, I'm not really, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of disinterest to me because it's turning political now. Supposed to be
it is.
Beats and rhymes, mics, DJs.
There's even lawsuits behind rap diss records now. I never saw that.
That's over my head. I don't really understand when it gets, you know.
Maybe I don't know.
I just want to see.
Let's just say.
I just want to see rhymes and songs and hip hop shit. Once it gets, once it goes to the White House and all that, Supreme Court and things like that, and you know what I mean, and
to the Congress Library and all that.
You know what I mean?
Who got nominated for the Hall of Fame this year? I think Outkast, Salt and Pepper. You know, Salt and Pepper different, right? I've done a couple of shows with them, and it'd be like 99.9% women fans. Like they have a cult women fans audience. There's nothing you could do about it. I performed with them a couple of times, and the way women connect with Salt and Pepper is very. That story's never been told right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wherever they perform, the whole venue is women. You know, they really fuck with Salt and Pepper like that. So salute. Salt and Pepper come from a time where, you know, the stars were very few, but they were iconic. You know, Fat Boys, Run DMC, LL, Slick Rick, you know, the Rakims. It was when it was only had like 10, and they was holding it down for the ladies. And of course, Outkast.
Definitely.
You know,
they inducted. They're gonna win.
Inducted too.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Big Boy, 3 Stacks. What they done for hip hop is impeccable.
Yeah, they started that whole Atlanta movement with the Goody Mob, and they had everybody follow ever since.
Organized confusion, right? What was it? Organized noise?
Organized noise.
Rico Wade,
Rico
rest
Wade,
in peace.
rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know, so they
shout out to Organized Confusion too, though. Farrell Monch
no.
and his other man.
Yeah, Organized Confusion. That was it. Then you got what's the shit? The nigga in the middle of the barn. Crucial Conflict, right? From out there in the Midwest, boy. Hip hop is so great, man, because it's such a variety of hip hop. If you out there really trying to like this, I never knew everywhere I look on Instagram, TikTok, it's my anxiety. It's like I thought it was like a white girl song. And my daughter was like, yo, that's Doechii. That's the girl I've been putting you on to, Dad. And I'm like, what?
She's having a hell of a
what?
Career.
What?
Crazy.
It's my anxiety. That shit is everywhere under the sun, B. Like, I'm talking about, yo, I did not know it was this girl's record, Doechii. Oh,
she's dope. She's super dope.
No, she out of here with this anxiety. Like, I'm telling you, that shit is door commercials, whatever. This shit is touching everybody. She got one. She got a culture moving. We got to go right to it. The Knicks last night. This is our first show. Knicks last night. What did you take from that? What was you thinking? Where was you at? What was the vibe?
I was in the stew, for one, working on a feature of many that I got to do for people.
Do you play the volume in the studio that like you hear them talk, or you just?
Nah, I leave it. I leave it. But it was so crazy. It was like it was you know. Yeah, I'm telling the engineer, look, he's trying to mix that. Look, they tied it up. It's going. So yeah, you know what I mean. To get one in Boston, when everybody doubted us, we was 9.5-point underdogs, and then go in there and pull one off. Pause was incredible.
What I took from last night, the main thing that stood out to me.
We played together. It was a team effort. You know what I mean? Finally.
Hold up. Finally, Mikal Bridges earned that contract. I was not convinced this whole season.
I told everybody,
4
man.
number 1 picks. This, that. When we eventually won the game, it dawned upon me. It said, "Okay,
did you see what he? Did you see his impact? Did you see his impact yesterday?"
Yes, okay. Absolutely. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I didn't see it the whole season. I don't know if he tries to play shy. I don't know if he just comes when he wants to light him up.
Hold on, ain't there such thing as playoff Jimmy? He turned into a different Mikal Bridges in the playoffs, man.
No, but
that's what we needed.
What I'm saying is, we pay these guys
to win the championship.
Not just him. We pay the people who picked these guys. So I wasn't happy with how they recruited them, to be honest with you. And last night when it all was said and done, I said, yo, these guys, because you thinking, the whole thing you thinking, the champs is Boston. Let's not get it confused. They the champs. They got a whole lot of Jason Tatum, a whole lot of Jaylen Brown. They got a whole lot of, even Al Horford is 100 years old and he still be disrespectful.
How you gonna call him 100?
No, I'm just saying, I'm older than him, but I'm just letting you, he's an OG in the game. But what I'm saying to you is, every team on the off season is trying to compete against that team. That's the championship team. So when you're looking at the team at the start of the game and everybody's saying it's impossible for us to win, eventually we win the first game. I realized with our recruiting, Leon Rose, what he envisioned. And it worked to expertise last night. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Technically, in any other time, see, you got to understand, as Knicks fans, we've been hurting for 20 years. We've been let down for 20. No, since 1973, technically. But I'm just saying, in our era, 20, 30 years, we've been hurting. And so any win we get or any way we come up, we just over-celebrate and be like, oh, my God, right? But Jalen Brunson, under any other circumstance, he would be considered a ball hog on any team. Because he need the ball in his hand every single time.
He's a killer. He's a killer. He sometimes he see nothing but the team on his back. It's good and it's bad sometimes.
No,
last night he was a killer and he was utilizing his teammates.
I agree with you all the way. My thing is, the man's a killer. He's a winner. You know, we seen too many players for years that they were happy with being close, but no cigar. You know, they get to the third round, they happy. They just. He's a finisher. He's actually trying to bring a championship to New York City. And if nobody else believe, he believe.
You gotta believe. You know that
45
song?
missed threes by the Celtics yesterday.
Yeah, that was crazy. One quarter, I think they shot 20. They missed 19 out of 23 pointers. That was crazy. But when they making them, they blow you out the arena. No, when they missing them, we come back from 20. I hope they miss a lot more.
What a win for the New York Knicks. You know, we don't know how to act. Knicks fans don't know how to act. I've been looking, because we won, I'm enjoying it. So I'm looking at Instagram, like random people. The way Knicks fans celebrate, Knicks fans is we just too much.
We go overboard.
Oh, man. They got parties, all type of shit. Motherfucker, wait. They can't come back from 20. There's no way they're going to lose. And then the last play, when Mikal grabs the ball off of Jaylen Brown, he started going crazy. Fuck that, I told y'all this.
I'm worth it. He felt like he was worth it.
Man, you know, Jaylen Brown is hurt. Technically, he's hurt. He banged up.
His knee ain't right now.
He banged up, and Porzingis, thank God, that guy.
What happened? He caught the flu?
He sat out the whole, I don't know, what he caught, the flu? He might have got the stomach. You know, I caught a stomach bug nobody want the stomach bug.
Nah.
The vomit and the shit same time. You don't want parts of that right there, man. I'm telling you. The stomach bug? I've been shot and I had the stomach bug a couple of times. You do not, under any circumstance, be flying from LA to New York with the stomach bug on the plane. That's that bombs over Baghdad in your stomach.
How about if you had the stomach bug in the Luther seats?
Yo. Motherfucker, the Hulkamaniacs. You know, when we go to the game, I had a question for you I was thinking about. I said, how do you decide in a time like this, you get courtside tickets? It's two. How do you decide who you take with you? Does your son ask to come? Does which one in the crew gets to sit next to you? What is that like? Because I mean,
most like if any of my kids ask to go, they gonna win the other ticket hands down unanimously. You know, my man K will catch it, but I got people with me that love basketball more than him, so he don't mind being in BB.
He don't
like
care.
He's one row behind the floor and
you good.
He's still chilling, so he appreciate either or. But I got some of my friends that they bucket list is to sit on the floor, so I try to switch them up and let. I mean,
I don't know if Rich know, because Rich is the honorary seat holder.
Yeah.
When I sit here, that's Rich's seat technically.
So he ain't letting nobody else get that.
No, they get it. They work them.
No baby girl could get it.
They start bothering them. Yo, my daughter be like, yo, I'm going to the game tomorrow. I be like, yo, Ma, you ever talk to Uncle Rich? Like, oh, he know what's up. I'm going to get. I'm saying, nah. That's Uncle Rich's seat. Like, you got to figure this one out. And they hitting me for more. You know they hitting me bad. Like, yo, the next game.
Can I catch a game with you? Yeah.
It's hard to pick who's gonna go. You know, it's hard. But when I sit there, the first thing I do is look up to the Luther seats. And so why we call it the Luther is, years ago I used to have to sit up a deck. And so, I mean, really, there's an upper deck. There's an upper deck in Madison Square Garden where you have to duck to get and sit in the seat. Like, I'm talking about that's where all the Hulkamaniacs are at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Hulkamaniacs are up there. They'll put you in a pretzel. You don't know what? That's a rowdy crew. How about them guys are so happy to be up there, they might have borrowed the money to be up there. That's the truth. They might have borrowed the money to be up there.
Depending on the ticket, it could cost a lot to be up there.
Hell yeah. So I'm saying back in the days, Luther Vandross, rest in peace, is my favorite singer of all time. I remember one concert I threw the suit on and my shit, I looked like a bus driver, the sky blue shirt with the suit, and I'm upper deck ducking. My wife got a dress on and we looking at this motherfucking Luther Vandross about this little from up there. A house is not a home. And so we call that the Luther seats up there. You know, I mean, what an experience to sit courtside at something like this, man. It's an honor. I want to shout out the Knicks for always taking care of me, you know?
Definitely shout out to the whole Knick organization for taking care of myself. Joe Crack.
Denver, did you see this game?
Denver.
Listen,
How did they pick? They already picked the MVP? Because I think after this series, he might get a little. He might move up a couple notches on Shea. Yeah, 42, 22, and 9. That's like an inhuman. That's crazy, dog.
42, 22, and 9.
Yeah, that don't even make. What is that? That's crazy, dog.
Yo, that is insane. And so you think he's MVP?
I don't know how somebody that a 7 foot, whatever size he is, averaging a triple double for the whole season or two is.
But I'll tell you what
insane.
the problem is. There is no problem, right?
What's the problem?
But I'll tell you what the problem is that people don't understand with the Joker is in America, we learn, you know, how people sing, they go, do, re, mi, fa, sol,
Yeah.
you know. Now, I'm telling you, when they play sports, they teach them the same dribble, who to pass it to, who this and this and that. The Joker come from like Serbia or some shit, from over there, right? He learned the opposite way. So he
taught him the reverse way?
Yeah. He does stuff you're not supposed to do. You see the ball flying right past you, be like, no way he made that. That's like 101 in Gaucho's gym. They teach you not to pass that ball like that. Joker does exactly that. So all the American players, they don't know what he's gonna do. They fucked up because they know how you come in any other way. Joker could do anything, and he does it at his own.
And he moves slow. He's unstoppable.
I call him a slinky. He's like a slinky. He's like this, that. You know how the slinky be going down the stairs? He's like a slinky, but yo, he gets the job done. The other day, the last series, not even this one. Last series, he came in there, and you know the Joker, you know, he a big boy, so he come in there sloppy. Last series, he had his cheekbones showing. What? You know, that's how I know the boxers is going to
showing.
Let me tell you something. That's how I know the boxers is going to win. Because when a boxer come in the ring and his cheekbones show, that mean that boy been training for real. The Joker last series, he's chubby. He had the cheekbone. Oh, no, he's not playing.
The Joker was doing boxing training?
I'm just saying he just was not for play. He came up in there and he meant business. He was not going to lose. I don't care who you threw at him, Kawhi, Harden, whoever. He was not going to lose. I seen it in the cheekbones. The Joker's a different kind of animal right now.
In the cheekbones.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm talking about.
Since we on that kind of a subject, what do you think about Bill Belichick's girlfriend being banned from the facility? I think that I can stand on that. I think I seen that from a reliable source.
Oh, so you saying I'm lying?
No. I'm just saying when we talking, you know how if you ask me, yo, Kiss, you sure about that? I'm almost positive because it's everywhere for real. He said he had to get his wife out of it. I mean, his new girl.
Well,
she was doing too much.
Maybe Bill too old now or something, right?
How you gonna do that?
No, but I'm saying he's the greatest coach of all time, but he got a 24-year-old girl telling him to shut up, telling him what to say. Yo, don't answer that. This and this and that.
He might like that. He been calling all these plays and all that.
She's calling the plays now.
That's what he would. Somebody else to take the play.
Can somebody tell me how much Bill Belichick is worth right now? He's not married yet. This is just a girlfriend, right? Get ready for that 1 week.
That's 7 in the morning.
1 week.
60 to 70 million.
Yeah, she be worth 35 million in a week.
Oh,
Bill might be losing his marbles a little. Because you know, this is a macho sport. This is the American sport. This is all tough guys. These guys, you go to a football game, you be lucky to get out of there without fighting somebody. it's somebody I Google, somebody I look up to in media, and he's worth 200 million. And his wife, far as I know, I ain't been seeing her put up like it didn't. We Googled her. She was worth 50 million. Am I right, Chris? The wife was worth 50 million. Like, I don't know what I mean, look, whatever you want to do, you give your girlfriend money, she buys some property, smart girl. What I'm saying is the sport of football is way too macho for them to be seeing their idol. Bill Belichick is idol. He's on God level of coaching for a 24-year-old girl telling him to shut up on the sideline and all that and all that. They're not ready for that.
That's him, though. He's somebody's grandfather age. He know if he wants you to tell him shut up and go sit over there and all that.
So you say she should be around
the facility?
Yeah.
I think when she's at practice or around any of that, she should shut up. But when they on the beach and he lifting her in the air, she can tell him anything she want to tell him.
Yes, I agree with that, but not at the sports facility.
Yeah, so we both agree.
Let me ask you one. Is the NBA draft rigged?
I don't like to think so. I don't think so, man. Maybe, behind the scenes you might be able to shuffle a little bit of shuffling, duffling, but I don't really think. I think now that they came up with AI and people are great with computers, you can just doctor it up some stuff and make it look like
Nico Harrison is that lucky.
It was a thing. It was a lot. You didn't see the shuffling the balls. How could you rig it where you get the number one pick? Let me hear your theory behind it.
Quite the coincidence. Let me tell you something. He messed up and made the worst trade in the history of mankind, sending Luka to LA. 25-year-old, unstoppable force in the league. He was looking real bad out there. You understand? And something was done for them to get that number one pick. And guess what? I'm going past that. I'm saying he's going to take my man from Duke, Cooper Flag. I say he going to dish him to Milwaukee and get Greek the Freak in Dallas with AD and Kyrie. That's what crazy
No,
Joe.
that ain't really a conspiracy because that's what they saying.
Oh, they saying that?
Yeah. Greek Freak wants to go to one of the big markets somewhere else, and they're gonna if they don't keep Cooper Flag, I think they send the number one pick to Milwaukee and try to get Giannis in Dallas.
And what do you think about that Dallas team with Kyrie, AD, and Greek the Freak?
Kai ain't gonna be ready yet. Kai's still recovering from. Kai probably come back
second
half
half
the season. Yeah, so. But that's still crazy. Greek Freak, AD, and Kyrie is crazy of all crazy.
It's nuts. And it's really, I pull the trigger. I'm Nico Harrison. I pull the trigger. I send the young boy to Milwaukee and bring the Greek the Freak over. Like, I do it. Like, in a heartbeat. I'll be like, yo, I got to have it.
Milwaukee got to agree to that, though. It's not just that easy.
Well, he is out of here. He's gone. He got his walking papers. They said New York. They said he bought a house in New York. Everybody in New York's happy, but the Hamptons ain't New York. The Hamptons is summer home.
He bought a house in the Hamptons?
Yeah, he bought a house in the Hamptons.
Yeah, because that don't mean he planning to come here. What Hamptons is? Summer home.
That's a summer home. That's not New York. Everybody walking around New York gas like Greek the Freak coming here.
He bought a summer home. Or Chelsea or something?
That'd have been different. No, he out in the Hamptons. I just don't know who's that lucky to make the worst trade in the world and somehow get the number one pick. It feels funny to me. Common sense. It's almost like you shooting dice and they got trick dice. You like, yo, how he keep shooting 4, 5, 6, this guy?
I don't know how you equivalating that being like rigged. Cooper Flag is, for one, he did work, or they knew he was a gym since high school.
Yeah.
They upclassed him. And dudes usually reclass. He was actually supposed to be in the 12th grade last year when he was on Duke, busting ass. So they upped him. That's how much they know what kind of gym he is. And
this is straight like going from high school to the pros right now.
For him, yeah, he just did.
yeah.
He had a little cup of coffee at Duke. Now he about to be in the league.
Man, he's nice. Shout out to Cooper Flag.
Shout out to the draft, man. Because I don't know. I kind of wish the Spurs got the #1 pick. They got
I was
number
rooting
2
for them too.
But #2 still
Pop, Wemby, they got a great young team.
#2 still a good pick for the Spurs. They're gonna do something. Yeah,
a great pick for the Spurs. But I kind of like, we wasn't in on the draft, so I was going for the Spurs too. I don't know why. Why we wanted the Spurs
you just
to get
want
the
to see
number.
Wemby and De'Aaron Fox get one more piece over there and see the young boys do their thing.
Your coach, they say you gotta go.
Supreme Clientele 2.
You gotta go right now?
Make sure.
They say you gotta go. They say your people.
Hold on, we gonna play something.
Texted us like, yo, we gotta go.
He don't want to leave. Hold on, before let's work. Do we play something? Yo, son,
ain't going no fucking where.
Yo, go. We gonna play something.
Ghost ain't going nowhere.
We got more shit to talk about.
We get to play one.
I'm not letting
Let me get
go.
Fourth Disciple.
Yo, put the chains on the
I want
door.
Fourth Disciple.
We got Ghost.
Yo, we playing Fourth Disciple.
Can't let him go.
We playing Fourth Disciple.
Right. Yes, whatever. Yeah, let's go in.
Come on, let's go in.
Fourth Disciple in Georgia.
See, that fourth was like 15, 16 years.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
Pull it back one more time. Shit is
wow.
In my
you said that was the old joint that you
my
took.
king. Yeah, that was old one. That was the old one.
That was
Yeah, that was old one, like 6, like bad man.
That's crazy.
Angry on them.
That must be. I gotta play that in the gym.
Yeah.
Go Georgie, man. DJ, I'll make you a DJ before it's over.
Yeah, baby.
Supreme Clientele 2. Make sure you get it on all platforms, wherever you get your music. Stop listening to that bullshit and listen to some. Shador fell to the 5th round. How you feel about that? What you think was involved? What you think made that happen? Do you think that was always going to happen? Do you think it's some knocks because he come from a wealthy, smart, Hall of Fame dad and he's doing this with watches and big Hercs and Rolls Royces and think that made the team owners a little mad and shy away? What do you think it was?
First of all, let me just say that all the team players, all the teams played themselves. Let's be clear.
That skipped them?
Every one of them teams played themselves. The Giants, Dallas. All that. The first thing I told them was like, yo, you think Dallas is they passed on them 5 times? Dallas? They got my man. Dallas never winning with them.
They gave Dak
with my man.
$1 billion. They can't.
He's there for good looks. Dak Prescott is simply a good-looking guy. He gets the money. He gets the endorsements. He's not winning shit. And Rich, my brother's a Dallas fan, and I got to join with him. How do you pass on Shador 5 times? Like, you got to be on crack.
Not 5 times, 5 rounds.
5 rounds is they picked 4 other guys in front of him. And every single team, even Cleveland who picked him, they picked somebody before.
There's a lot of rounds. He got picked 100 and something or something.
Once again, I'm going to tell you, every single team in the NFL played themselves. You see how with LeBron, Bronny, they made sure nobody would pick him? And he was like, yo, don't pick him. He got to come play with his father. And everybody fell back. That was the blueprint of this shit. They just all got together, all the owners, we're going to teach him a lesson.
I think it was different, crack. Bron is inside the organization. He could talk to Genie. He could talk to Rob Pelinka. He could do that.
No, but other teams, why the Knicks ain't pick him? Why the Raptors ain't pick him? Why nobody? Because they told the whole league.
You can't tell nobody.
I'm telling you, that's what they did.
Work like that.
That's what they did. Paul and them guys who fucking manage all the biggest. Rich Paul and them was like, you better not pick Bronny. He got to play with his father. But let's just say this is the reverse of that in the NFL. They definitely told all the owners, we teaching this kid a lesson. We not picking him. And with the problem with that, the problem I got with that, right, is I don't know Dion like you guys might know him. All I know him for is saying God is great. God is good. He's a family man. He takes care of his kids. He coaches kids. He mentors. I don't know how that would upset every owner of the the National Football League to not pick his son. Like, it's not like, to me, I don't look at Dion as problematic.
It's not that. They already stars. Dion, all his kids, they already famous. It's probably I don't know why. He should have been the top 10, top 5, if you ask me.
Listen, Cleveland, I mean, the numbers don't lie. They immediately sold more jerseys than every other rookie in the whole league. He sold more jerseys than everybody.
He's going to sell out the stands and jerseys and all that, but the owners and the GMs want to see wins. They pay for wins.
No, he's going to win. So who they pick before him going to make them win more than him?
They got 5 quarterbacks right now.
Yeah, they got too many. So they probably loaded up so they could start trading everybody off.
Sean Watson, Flacco. They want to get, but he's still there as of now.
He's there. Flacco is like really old school, right?
But Flacco's efficient for 1 year wherever he go.
He got one good year?
Yeah, like he give you one good, they usually bring him in half the season or like.
Yo, how about the biggest robbery in football history, Aaron Rodgers, right? And that's my man too. I love Aaron Rodgers.
Yo.
That motherfucker twisted his ankle on the first play. How much money he caught for them 2
his
seasons?
Achilles, crack.
How many on the first play, B? Let me ask you something. How many millions was that for 2 years right there? How crazy? You know what we got to rap? You know how many times we got to go to Alberta, Canada and shit like that to fucking get the bag up? Like, his motherfucker twisted his ankle and he how much he caught?
49 minutes.
Jeez.
Whoa.
14 and 25, and he's getting 35 next year.
Why we don't have that for rappers? Why we don't have like a way out? Yo, give Jada a check. Give Joe a check. What is it? I mean, what? I guess this podcast shit is the new rapper shit, right? I'm at a Jewish funeral yesterday. One of my best friends is Jewish. His grandmother died. She's 93. And I'm talking to a Jewish lady right next to her in the funeral thing. And she's like, hey, Joe, man, you got to tune into my podcast. And she's like 80 years old. I'm looking at her. I say, you know what? I can learn a lot from you. I might just tune into your podcast. But this shit is just everybody. What's going to make the difference with the Joe and Jada podcast?
Authenticity. You know what I mean? It got to be an organic conversation, correct? We can't ride the wave of what's going on out here. You know what I mean? This ain't that, and that ain't this.
That ain't this.
It's crack and kiss.
Oh, see, my thing is when you talk about that's one right there. You know, when you talk about hip hop podcasts, see, I can't salute you if you didn't go and did a show and the promoter beat you for your second half of your money, or you went to a show, the promoter don't want to pay you.
If you haven't been through the farm league of what it takes.
Listen, you can't be sitting up here dissecting the albums, and that's the fucking problem we had with rap since the beginning, since the Source mics and all this shit. It's like, yo, you ain't even played a game. You see, the reason why we love TNT so much with Chuck and Shaq, these are legends. They played the game. They know the ins and outs. When it comes to Jada and Joe, like, we've been fucked over. We done won. We done had moments. We done had anthems. We know the game. We done got beat by the promoters. You ain't really been real unless they sick pit bulls on you when you try to get your second half of money. Or you got to beat up a promoter and take the money in quarters. You know what I'm saying? Or you get kidnapped in Africa. We need our money, right? We need our money. So I'm going to take
my
it in
money
quarters.
and I need it now.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get my... So when I see these certain guys commenting, never had a hit record, never had an album, never... I'm like, to me, they're not qualified. You know,
when they put these mics in front of people, they lose some people just get caught in the moment and say dumb shit. You know what I mean? And it happens to the best of us. But
I'm saying,
in due time, it'll all come to the light. You've seen the difference in the demographics of New York hip hop and ATL. Then you went back. You were still young. At 17, you discovered crisscross.
Yeah.
Did you think it was gonna work? What was you rolling the dice, or what was you going through at that?
Well, crisscross actually was like the works of me getting to that spot. So I had a group prior that was called Silk Times Leather. That was these two girls.
It was called what?
Silk Times Leather.
Silk
Times Leather.
Silk Times Leather.
Yeah, they actually were the girlfriends of Houdini that I met on tour.
Oh shit!
Right.
Wow.
So I met them when we was on tour, and they was like, "We from Atlanta," and I'm like, "From Atlanta." So I was young, and I'm like, "Shit, y'all can come pick me up." You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Y'all can come drive around. I'm like, "Oh, I got some girls that I can hang out with now in Atlanta." That's what I'm thinking in my mind. Yeah. And then I think Herbie had just put out Salt and Pepper, so this was like girls that was paying attention to this, and some kind of way we started having a conversation, and I never produced a record in my life, and the girls was like, we want to do what Salt and Pepper doing, and I'm like, you should let me produce you. I never did it. I don't know why I even said it, but I just was paying attention to what Herbie was doing, and it seemed interesting. So I started really paying attention to what he was doing. I'm like, oh, he writing the raps, he making the beats, all of this, and I'm like, I could do it. So I started trying to do it. And I did it good enough where I got them a deal. They got signed to Geffen Records, right? Wow. So they actually was the first rap group in Atlanta to have a real major record deal.
Wow. You pulled that off, and then you go into Crisscross.
Yeah, so Crisscross.
What happened with them though?
So we didn't really have a lot of success, but we had enough success where I got $15,000. So I could get some real equipment.
Because I ain't have the door. I ain't have no real equipment.
So when I got my real equipment, that's when I started making better beats and started getting more and more into it. Then one day, me and the DJ, was a female named Dolamix, we went to Greenbrier Mall, and they had an article in Jet magazine about the female rappers at that particular point in time. And one of the Chris's moms saw Dolamix and was like, I know that girl. I just read about her, right? But I seen the kids, and they was walking around the mall, and people was paying attention to them. And I'm like,
they had that
what's wrong with me?
Charisma.
Like,
they had that.
I'm like, I don't know these niggas. I'm thinking they like, they must be on the Disney Channel or something. Like, I'm like, why is people acting like this? So I keep watching them move around. They going in Foot Locker, they going in Foot Action. They doing all the rap shit. I'm like, who is this? And girls is giving them free cookies at the cookie company. I'm telling you, I'm walking around watching them.
It was lit before lit.
I'm in there. So I'm like, finally walk up to them. I'm like, yo, who are y'all? And I was like, what do y'all do? They like, we don't do nothing. I'm like, why they giving y'all shit and all this in the mall? They like, cause we fresh. And I'm like, oh, wait, what? I'm like, do y'all rap? And they was like, rap? They said that to me like, nigga, who rap?
Yeah.
Who would rap? That's how they said it to me. And I'm like, and my mind just started going crazy. Like, if these niggas rap based on what they got going on, it's over with, right? So then I got their number, and luckily their mom vouched, because she's like, he's somebody, because I know that girl that's with him, right? She hadn't put it all together, but she you know what I'm saying? She had one of them New Jack City moments where dude was like, yo, I know that dude, right? So that's what she was doing. She was like, I know him. So I got the number, and I started calling them like, yo, y'all come over my house, we gonna start making music. They was like, come over your house. You know what I'm saying? So they was really on some, little hood boys that was like, we ain't going over this nigga house. Like, why we going over his house? So I had to convince them. So I had to go pick them up from school every day and like become their homie, like, and let them see like, I'm really fucking with y'all. Like, you know what I mean? So we start kicking it, and I start like driving, watching them in the back seat, and I'll play records. And I'll play a record like Ice Cube or something was crazy at the time. And they was back there rapping the lyrics like they wrote them. They know this shit. They ain't ever seen the lyrics before. How they know it? They like rapping it like they really rapping it. And I'm thinking like, damn, if I write a song for them and it sound good, like they think it's Ice Cube, and they learn it like this, they got this gotta work. Right? So I just started trying to figure out how that was gonna happen. I wrote so many songs that they hated, and I never got that reaction. I just had to keep going. And then I wrote this song called Little Boys in the Hood, and they liked it because of the concept. Like I finally got to where they wanted, okay, now you talking about some shit we want to talk about. I was trying to do like kiddie shit at first. And I was like, and they start telling me about how they, you know, in they school, kids 12 years old was walking around with their socks and their socks was doubled up because they had crack in them, selling, you know what I mean? So I started hearing all these stories about these little kids in the hood. So I'm like, you know what, when they be doing the news, they don't never talk about what the kids have to go through and what they see, right? So I started trying to write about that based on what I was hearing them say. And from the deal that I had with Silk Times Leather, I had met this engineer named Joe the Butcher, who actually owned Rough House Records in Philly.
Rough House.
Right? So that's the only person I knew in the music industry that I could call and be like, I got a project, right? So I did the Little Boys in the Hood and I sent it to Joe and he was like, yeah, I want to sign him. And I'm like, oh shit, we go, you know what I mean? I got it, right? So he gave us a development deal. It wasn't a real record deal. It was a development deal to see if we can make some better records. And like the night before we had to go to Philly to do like record these songs, I wrote Jump. I knew it when I like in the first 29, 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's
I'm
how
like,
them
if they
hits
pull
come
this
out.
off,
The
it's
second
over.
the second you know it hit. When you hear that shit, you just like, yo, this shit jumping. Whose idea was it for them to wear the clothes backwards?
Mine, because like Left Eye was living at my house at the time.
This is what I want to talk about. This is what I want to talk about.
Like Left Eye had came to my house as a rapper from Philly. And
she was from Philly originally.
Yeah, she from Philly. And she met this guy named Ian Burke. And Ian was like the only guy in Atlanta that I knew that was like moving around. He was like an A&R manager / he was everything, right? And if you knew Ian connect you to somebody else. So then Ian called me one day. He was like, yo, I met this girl from Philly. She raps. She a young girl. I'm going to bring her to your house. He brought her to my house. I liked the way she rapped, but I was trying to do the crisscross thing. But I was like, yo, I'm going to fuck with you when I get through this. And I ain't have no deal, but I had all these people believing that I was going to do it. So Left Eye was staying at my house without my mom even knowing. Left Eye was like living in my closet because she didn't really have no place to stay. So she was staying over there. And one of the songs I did for Crisscross, I sampled Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney, The Girl Is Mine, right? And I was thinking like, I could make a song about y'all arguing about Lisa. And then Lisa was going to rap about the shit, right? And that idea I had, but it never came to life. I kept trying to get it. I couldn't, you know what I mean? But I never couldn't figure it out. And my writing was terrible at that time.
Question I have for you. Who's an artist that you slept on and became a big boy or big girl in the game? That you wasn't ready or things wasn't right? They tried, like, you know, Eminem gave me his demo 6 times. And, you know, we ain't never seen no white boy pop off like that. So I guess I was sleeping. You know, after he blew up, I went to dinner with him. He was like, you know, I gave you my demo 6 times. And I was like, what? And he told me everywhere he gave it to me at. Who's an artist that you could have signed and you was like, damn, or you wished you could have signed?
Well, I mean, I tried to sign Ludacris, but I had an office full of employees, right? And at this point in time, I was feeling like my office felt like I was controlling everything. So I went there one day and tried to have an A&R meeting. And I asked them about Ludacris, and they all said no. And I tried to go with what my office was saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, this is what you're supposed to do. You got to let the people in the office work. They was like, nah, JD, don't sign him. And I'm like,
well,
what?
you know what? They probably slept on him because he started in the radio.
Nah, but I did something for Madden. So the first Madden game with music, I did it, right? And they called me and they was asking me.
More invisible.
They asked me.
Silencer flexing with the silencer.
They asked me for somebody to rap on it that was animated, right? And I'm like, well, I'm not animated like this. But Chris was doing these radio things, right? And I heard him. I kept hearing him do these radio commercials. He was really, really animated, right? And I say, Chris, come do this little Madden thing I'm doing for the video game. And that was the first time me and Chris worked together. But he wanted me to sign him, and I wanted to sign him.
But right before y'all was about to release the album, something happened with Def Jam, and y'all got up out of it.
Yeah.
Talk to how serious it is to be able to do what you want to do, and ownership and the bullshit and the politics of the business that after being in something so long, you still have to go through the bullshit.
The politics and the business never stops.
Never.
I think that's the rule. I think that's the biggest takeaway from us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't been out in 15 years and
it's still the same thing.
Yeah,
Same
still
shit.
the
That's
same
the most
exact thing.
discouraging.
Yeah.
For anybody with some type of business mind, you can love rap like we love it, be passionate about it, but it's something with the business side that always discourages you and make you just want to do other things sometimes.
Basically, we had the album, put the album together, so on and so forth, and you know, they got. We turned it in, and we turned it in with the Kendrick verse, and they didn't want to put it out. They didn't want to put it out. Basically, they didn't. What I feel like they didn't like the optics while they were going through their lawsuit of, you know, the clips, Kendrick together on a song, you know, coming out under UMG with the lawsuit they got going on, so on and so forth. So. Ended up having a...
Basically, y'all got caught in the 211 triple cross that had nothing to do with it.
Basically, yeah. Because, you know, it wasn't even on that type of time.
It happens all the time. It still happens to me.
All right, let him finish, man.
Yeah. So, you know, it just, you know, and we ended up having to buy our way out of the situation. It gets a little tricky because we had a one album deal, the Clips did, and then, you know, I was signed there as well. So you couldn't just, you know, the Clips couldn't just leave without me, you know what I'm saying? And so we had to figure it out, and here we are, Rock Nation.
You was in a position to buy yourself out.
Shout out to Hov, man.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Hov, man.
Rock Nation,
for sure.
Yeah,
man. You know, just it's whatever, man. You know, we roll with the punches, bro. Like
that's what we do. Like, that's what we know where we from. We know what we do.
Yeah, but and always got the faith in the music, man. The faith is always in the music. Like we always know that shit gonna be right. So that's, you know what I'm saying, that's what we believe in.
Right.
Definitely. I got a tour coming up. I think I seen.
August 3rd.
August 3rd, man.
August,
September 10th. Woo. 25 dates of just back to back, man. They sent me a tour bus the other day. I'm like, whoa. like what?
When the last time you seen one of those, man?
This shit's
so good to live life when you don't need the bus,
like,
right?
Man,
we used to live on a bus. Now it's like a bus.
The bus. They sent me the bus. They sent us two buses. You got a suite, and ride with all these people. I'm like, how you know I wouldn't want to be around all these people?
Yeah, I turned down tours, man. My knees ain't the same as my ankles, man. I'd be like, what? 2 months? Keep that. I don't think I could do it. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. You know, I work on the week. Right now, I'm gone. Like, I go every weekend, but to do the tour thing every day, bringing the noise every day, every city. I haven't done that in a long time, B. I don't know if I want that opportunity. I'm keeping it real.
Amen.
Well, for us, you know, I guess with us just being away for so long, it's like, you know, it's the highlight to get back in front of the fans. You know what I'm saying? So we'll sacrifice that. You will suffer
they're
that.
waiting for you too. You know now too.
I love it.
Yeah.
Opposed to what I love it. I love it. I never get tired of it.
Listen, I go see Kiss every time he in off.
You also do pull-ups with one finger, bro. You're not built like
Knock it off. I'm just trying to live, man. You know, in this time and era, there's a lot of young dudes that look older than everybody on this couch.
Yeah.
From whatever they put in their body,
we also got to understand whether we all don't want to take the role model stance, but we are. And so, you know, guys prior to us, you know, they fucked up with drugs and all type of shit like that. And it was really hard. We've always loved them for the integrity of the music and what they played for the game. But these young kids, they looking at us. There's a young kid right now popping 25 or something who's probably looking at this shit like, yo, my OGs look good, bro. That means I could look right. I could be right in the future. I could do right. And that's a moral obligation that we don't accept, but we really do accept.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
sure.
And I can see that in y'all when y'all be like, yo, we pushing forward the right way so the young brothers and sisters see us.
Yeah.
And and know they could get to the promised land.
I got a 5-year-old too, man. So I gotta be.
Yeah, you gotta be in shape to chase it. He get loose from you in the park.
Yeah.
And you can't breathe. He can get out of there on you.
Gotta chase him.
But yeah, man.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling about the album? What's the? I see y'all at an event. You had to play it for the DJs. Play a couple sessions. How did it go? How was the reception?
Like Pusha said, man, the faith is in the music. You know what I'm saying? It's what we believe in. Once we deliver exactly what it is we want to do, when it sounds exactly the way we want it to sound, you know, we don't think about nothing else. We delivered our part and release it and just, you know, see the acceptance, however it comes. Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I think the biggest part of a fan, like with me, a biggest part of a fan is like, yo, what the Clips are thinking in 2025, like what they talking about 2025. You know, something, well, I don't know if you know, but something you get criticized for is talking that heavy weight.
Yeah.
2025, right?
Yeah.
So I got guys that be like, your man be talking. I'll be like, yo, I love this shit.
Let me chime in on that. The beautiful thing of coming from where we come from and talking the talk we talk is the challenge is how could he say what he want to say now after having success, having money, getting married, being a family man, still active, still doing his thing. And when you nice, that's the only challenge. Everybody that keeps saying he's saying the same thing, even fucking listening right.
Right.
And they just need something to say because they got a keyboard.
I'll be honest.
And not only that, what is everybody else saying?
Yeah,
what is everybody else saying?
I agree with you 1,000,000%. I just came off a vacation, Saint Tropez. I was writing on the plane, and it just immediately speaks violence. I just don't know. I'm in the nicest place, cobblestone. Shit is beautiful. I jump on the plane. Off. I got 8 hours, and I'm like, when I blow the head off, when I hit, I'm just. It's like I don't know if people understand. Maybe it's my therapy. Maybe that's what I do. What is it for you?
You know what I liken it to? I liken it to, just having a. First of all, rap has always come from a very real place. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
for real rap, for people that can rap and
it comes from a very real place. Yeah. So with that being said, and being in it, 23 years, I feel like at this point I liken it to only like somebody who loves mob movies. Or a person, you know what I'm saying? A person that's what they choose to. Like, I don't watch horror. I watch A&E. It's scarier. I believe it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I liken my music to that as well. I don't know, man. Listen, you can't please everybody. But listen, 23 years in this, I'm not trying to please nobody. But myself. Like that's what I care about. Like, I know that my taste, my ear, and what it is that I want to hear, that resonates with a certain type of person. That's the type of person I want to talk to. That's the person I like. Person, you know what I'm saying? That I know the person who says that, who says like, oh, he talked that heavy, this and that. Like, man, I'm sure I don't even gel with you anyway.
We don't even like you.
I know I don't like you. I'm positive I don't like you.
We don't like you. Like you're not even my type of dude.
You not, man. So I just, I take it with a grain of salt, but more importantly, I know who my fan is. I don't even call them fans. I call them family. I know who my family is. Like, I know who I'm talking to.
Hey, yo, shout out to Flojo. My album, 32 years, right? From my first album.
Today?
Yes.
Wow. Let's make some noise for that.
No.
Green Army suit.
Rest in peace, my brother Raul.
Rest in peace. It's Raul's birthday.
He died today,
man.
too. Yeah.
It's
his birthday today.
With a bottle.
We go to war with the bottle.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Dalon Drago, he go to war with a bottle. That was crazy. Flojo, the video. So, I'm in the streets. The minute I get my deal.
Euro.
No. I'm like no, because I'm really like, it don't work the way it worked for me. Like, so that's why I know God is too real, because I really signed my deal and changed my life like a Cinderella, or like I really stopped hustling. Like I said, yo, I'm going over here. Don't tell me nothing. Somebody robbed the spot, somebody this. Leave me alone. My guys were still in Lamborghinis and Benzes and Beamers and this. I went over here to make music, right? So I left the drug game completely. My guys was like, I'm going to a club with them. They pretty much holding me down because they popping the bottles now and people still thinking Joe got it because, I'm with them. But they in the street. I'm not in the street. We go around that time, I get shot, right? I got shot twice. Listen, the moral to the story is if you watch Bronx Tale, nephew, when he used to chase the guy every day that owed him $12, and one day Sonny told him, yo, you got rid of him for $12. That's the truth. The dude who shot me owed me $10. I'm walking around with thousands in my pockets, Beamers and Benzes every day. I kept picking on him. So one day he was sitting out there and he was like, yo, he had that deranged face. Long story short is, I get shot, right? And I'll never forget, rest in peace, Chris Lighty, he signed me. And he came to the hospital. He was like, yo, you can still rap? I said, yeah. He just walked out. Yo, the nigga crazy. I was like, yo, what? It wasn't get well, nothing. It was like, yo, you can still rap? I was like, yeah. He was like, all right. He was out. The craziest shit is, at the time, I'm finishing up my album. FloJo about to come out. So we about to shoot the video, let's just say Sunday. Saturday, I get wind of the guy who shot me was working at a 24-hour spot in Hunts Point. So I'm out there in the hoopty, stash car. I'm out there in the hoopty. And I'm staring at this building. I'm waiting for this dude to come out, right? Because anyway, y'all could assume, right? Thank God the man never comes out the building. He never came out the building. So I've been living on my own since I'm like 14. So I live in Throsnick. I got the crib in Throsnick. I was so tired. My eyes was this. And in the morning, I'm shooting the video to FloJo. That morning, I'm shooting the video to FloJo. And so for the first time ever, I go to the projects, my mother's house. I still got the key. I open the door, 5E. I go sleep on the couch. No more than an hour, 2 hours later, 6 a.m, they kick the door in. Boom, boom, boom. Police. Boom, feds. I never forget. They put my mother there. They put my sister there. I'm looking out the window, and on the handball court, they got the in memory of Tony, my best friend who just was killed. So I'm into so much shit. I thought I'm gone forever, the way they came, right? So I'm there, they handcuffed me. I'm telling my sister and my mother, yo, relax, don't worry, this, that. But I really don't know what the fuck going on, right? But I've been clean for like a year and a half. So they finally come up to me and I'm hearing on the walkie-talkies, they're like, just got Dientu, just got Flacco, just got this shit was like a Rico. They locking everybody up and all the names I know. So I'm sitting there like this. I said, damn, I got to shoot. I thought they planned it because I'm shooting FloJo in the morning. So the cops come over and they go like this. And they got a big picture, but it's a picture of my brother. And they like, yo, it's not him. He's like, this ain't you, right? I was like, nah, that's my brother. My brother happened to be in Santo Domingo on vacation. At that time, they wouldn't extradite you back from Santo Domingo. So I'm standing there and the guy shows me the picture. The moral to the story is, the man says, yo, let me ask you a question. I said, what? He said, what you was doing at Hunts Point last night till like 4 a.m? He was like, we was behind you. And I said, yo, man, I got a girlfriend. I heard she was fucking the dude. I'm jealous. So I went out there to see if I see him. If I would have seen the guy and allegedly blamed him, I would have did it right in front of the police. These are different steps in my life where I felt like divine intervention. I felt like God was there and made sure. The next morning, we shot FloJo. Mm-hmm. Crazy shit is we got a dude that had a jacket on that said, Money Man, rest in peace, my brother. with the hoodie on, acting like he's my brother in the video. My brother, he was in South Domingo, couldn't make the video, but changed my life. 32 years later, we here. Thank God, you know, for anybody who had anything to do with the album Represent.
It was ill.
Nah, that's a true story, bro.
Shout out to Flo Joe, man.
I was thinking the other day, I seen a guy, right, who said, what's that dude? Fat Boy?
SIC?
SIC. So he's on there. I posted it yesterday. I reposted it. He's on there saying, yo, your biggest haters be the guys that used to be down with you. He's like, because they know the gig is up, the show's over. When you cut them off, they thought they meant something, but you're the show. You keep on going. That's why they be hating on you. Have you ever had that experience?
It always happens, man. You know, when you give somebody the golden scissors, they gotta put some hate out there.
Do we ever think about what it feels like to be them? I don't think we ever I think they might have stole, they might have did this, they might have did that. They earned the golden scissors.
They earned them.
But do you know it's a blackout? Like after that, you know, because by default, we chilling. We eating lobster, we eating sushi, we chilling. All of a sudden, because you with the big boys, girls think you cute. You know, you getting girls, you this, that. When this shit is lights out.
It's lights out.
And you back to the couch?
That's what they gotta know, yeah. When the lights is out, fucking permanently.
I don't think they understand that the lights is out means. And so it's crazy because when guys go broke, man, you know, when they gotta sell that PlayStation.
Yo, that's DEFCON 12. When you gotta sell a PlayStation, it's DEFCON 12.
They lose character and they blame everybody but them. No accountability.
How much can you get for a PlayStation?
Yo, bro, let me tell you, the last thing a guy want to do is sell the PlayStation. Yo, hey, yo, Kiss.
What the fuck is this?
They blame everybody but themselves.
If you gotta sell your PlayStation, you finish. Because what are you gonna get for a PlayStation anyway?
Nah,
what PlayStation's going for now?
That might sell.
It's gonna sell, but with it ain't gonna be enough to help you out.
But nobody ever blames themselves. You know what I'm saying? I remember through this industry, I myself applied the pressure on certain individuals to where I knew we had beef. I didn't want to see them get successful. And so I was applying a different type of pressure, right? Because I knew this, you know, and then bigger guys I got into beef with, they applied the pressure on me. Like they got, you know, I had, you know, $1 million sneaker deals and dudes I had beef with made a phone call, was like, yo, we ain't fucking with you if we give Fat Joe that $1 million deal, and this deal disappeared. And the executive said, yo, I ain't know you had beef with such and such and such and such. They made the call like, yo, don't give me that back. But I never once in my life cried and said, yo, they stopping me, they this. Because I realized karma is karma. I realized it's going to come back the same way you suppressed that guy. You got suppressed by the higher force. You know, and so you got to accept accountability.
Facts.
And so guys, you know, you make the move, or girls, you make the move and it don't pan out. You can't come back. It ain't no do-overs.
Golden scissors.
Golden scissors.